Good morning. It is Let It Go and Let It Grow. And this is the 3rd of June, 2026. So what are we letting go of today? And that is the Two of Wands. Wands is vision, expansion, future possibilities. These are fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And this card is fire with an Aries influence. So we are letting go the release of fear of stepping beyond our comfort zones. As you can see, she is sitting there looking out the window, wishing that she could be someplace else. A lot of times this card can be about traveling actually in the physical world, but today we are focusing on her stepping outside beyond her comfort zone. She is getting ready to do that. She is using one of the wands as support for herself, but the other one is no longer needed. So she is getting ready to make that move. There's a lot of yellow and orange in this card as well, which indicates the lower fear centers of the chakra system. So that is the solar plexus and the sacral chakras. So she is ready to get rid of and release that fear. Let go of waiting for certainty before you take action. So this is asking you to just sometimes, let go and let the universe lead you where you need to go, and not concentrate on, the world here. Not concentrate on the big picture, concentrate more on the little steps. Drop the habit of standing at the threshold without moving. Once again, she's there looking out the window. She has the window blocking her from what she wants to actually be doing by staying in the safety of her own home. So they are asking you to drop that other wand there and take that step forward. Stop looking at possibilities without engaging in them. So this is, things are being served to you on a silver platter, but the resistance is still there. And a lot of times that can be looked at as what we call functional freeze. It's the willing to want to move forward, but still having that nervous system stopping you and putting you in a place of halt. So you want to move forward, you want to do this, and you can't seem to think yourself outside of this box. So look at these possibilities, take that big breath and walk forward. Drop that pole and walk forward. Trust yourself to explore these new horizons. You never know what can show up for you if you take that first step out. So Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius cards reminding you that vision alone is not enough. The future is built by taking that first courageous step. What are we letting grow today? And that is Pentacle energy, which is balance, priorities, daily life, and resources. These are earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And this is earth with a Capricorn influence today. So we are growing flexibility and adaptability. And this really suits well with that. So the adaptability would be releasing that wand and walking forward. And the flexibility is taking that first step. And we are learning to bring things back into balance, priorities without becoming overwhelmed. So once again, that is that functional free state. You are going to have to, in order to move forward. And, these readings a lot of times are great for me too, because I go through the same issues. I'm in a state of functional freeze right now. There's a lot I want to be doing, but I have halted myself because I have become overwhelmed. So this is asking you to balance the priorities. So possibly make a list where we have Taurus involved in this. Taurus are the great list makers. Maybe make a list of the priorities and, I just saw them chopping them down like wood. Start walking forward to put these into balance again and bring yourself back to that balance point where we work really, really well. Being out of balance one way or the other, being overactive, being constantly on the go is as counterproductive as sitting around doing absolutely nothing. They are both distractions. You need to pull it around into balance. And trust the ability that you can handle this, that you can handle what's going on for you right now, and if that means taking a step back and doing maybe a breath work practice to bring that back into balance, that might be what you have to do to regulate your system. Create harmony between work, rest, family, and your personal growth, which is exactly what I said. We sometimes overextend ourselves, end up running, and then other times we end up doing absolutely nothing, which puts us in both stages in functional freeze in different ways. But we want to be able to balance that between the work, the rest, the family, and everything we want to do. So the goal is to bring what I see this as sun and moon energy, even though that's a pentacle. Once again, we're dealing with rooted groundedness, we're dealing with solar plexus, and we're dealing with sacral chakra energy on the bottom here. The good news is that we have the earth grounding and the spirit above in the white. So we're bringing both lives into balance for ourselves. Allow that life to flow rather than forcing every outcome for ourselves. You know, if you get into flow state, it's a lot easier than trying to force things over and over and over again. You know, I just saw when you're trying to force open a can of something and then you're banging it and everything else versus taking a device that just helps you twist it easily. The force can cause craters, it can cause discord, it can cause injury. But when you get into the flow state, that comes more easily and more balanced for you. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, balance is the lesson. You don't need to master everything today, but sustainable progress and growth is enough for you. And this is one of those readings that speaks directly to the space between the dreaming aspect and the doing aspect. The challenge that the vision can sometimes be a comfortable place for you to stay. So just staring out that window. And the Two of Pentacles arrives to say that stop trying to figure out the entire journey at the same time. You don't need a 10-year plan. You don't need every answer to come to you at the exact same time. You only need to learn how to balance these things in harmony for yourself, your own energy, and what your nervous system can sustain. The feeling here is someone is standing on the shoreline waiting for the perfect wave, while life is gently saying the ocean is already here for you. So the opportunity isn't somewhere in the future, it's here right now. And learning to work with this is an already present thing for you. So the dream of daily life, the dream and the daily life things aren't separate. They can be brought into harmony themselves. The future is being built in small choices that you are making for yourself right now. So go with the flow and choose wisely and allow that nervous system to reset, to balance back out and help you. So release the hesitation and grow the balance. The life you're hoping for isn't basically on the other side of that window in the horizon. It's being created through the choices you're actually making today. What dreams have you been standing at the window looking towards? And what small steps could you take today to bring that closer to you? So that is the reading. I'm going to use the Shaman Dream Oracle deck to see how this all plays out for us in the end. Whoop. And this is the card, the Crossing Initiation. Woo. So this is asking us to take that step out from, I think we've had this a couple times actually, to take the step outside of the window, start walking towards the horizon. The initiation is walking across that bridge towards the other side in the light. No guardrails, go with the flow. And know that the initiation is going to be worth it in the end. Initiations can be scary at times. We don't know what to expect. But once you're initiated and on the other side, there's a beautiful sense of belongingness and acceptance. And a lot of times that is exactly what you're looking for to bring yourself back into that state of balance. So step outside the comfort zone. Walk outside that door and bring yourself back into balance. I almost see this as balancing as you're walking across, taking the sun, the moon, or the earth and the spirit, and bringing it out like a rod, and balance yourself as you walk across that. And that is your initiation, finding that balance point, working yourself back out of functional freeze, or working yourself back out of the constant busyness, finding that balance, finding that breath for you, and finding what works for you that is going to help you move forward and initiate you into all the magic and magistry you deserve. So that is the reading for today, and have a good one. Bye.